William James and Functionalism, Part 4, Free Will. History of Psychology, Professor Mike Botwin, Department of Psychology, California State University, Fresno. Early in his life, William James had a personal crisis. He had many setbacks, and he also suffered from depression. Then he read an essay on free will that changed his ideas. And he decided that he was simply going to just believe in free will. That was part of his later development of the notion of pragmatism, knowing that an idea works for him even if he doesn't understand the underlying causal nature of it. So, James developed the idea of free will. In his theory, there is not a whole lot of substantial support for it scientifically, but he just thought it was something that worked, so pragmatically he accepted it. William James says of free will that it is by controlling our ideas of behavior that we control our behavior. In other words, thoughts lead to actions. James developed the ideomotor theory of behavior. In that theory, he believed that having an idea of a certain action causes that action to occur. Relatively simplistic and sound idea. I decide to move my arm and scratch my head. I think about it and I do it. Ideas of some form of action flow immediately and automatically into behavior. They may be mitigated by habitual or reflexive actions as well, and these would include our past experiences. This process occurs automatically unless mental effort is expended to purposefully to select and hold an idea in consciousness. So we behave unless we start purposely trying to hold certain ideas in the consciousness. Our behavior then is no longer reflexive or habitual. Voluntary action and mental effort are inseparable, according to James. James says ideas cause actions. Most ideas don't require thinking, and most behavior is habitual or automatic. If cognition intercedes with an idea that is held in consciousness, it will be acted upon. In other words, if we put mental effort into something, we will act upon the idea that is in consciousness. Old ideas are retrained from previous experiences to provide guides for action. Our experiences become habits, which we will use to behave more systematically in the future. James says there may be many ideas available to an individual simultaneously. Yes, many ideas may be simultaneously available. The will selects ideas we are interested in and that we will attend to. We can choose our actions by choosing our thoughts. Finally, two other points about free will. James says what holds attention determines action. Have you ever had something happen to you that destroys your concentration because it holds your action? Recently I was teaching and I had a fly that kept on landing on my face. And that was holding my attention and keeping me from doing my job. So we have to look at what we attend to in the stream of consciousness and how that converts to behavior. Finally, James says, act the way you want to feel. This comes out of both free will and emotions research. If you want to be in a good mood, act like you're in a good mood. If you want to be in a depressed, lousy mood, well, act like that. It's your choice. As for me, I'd rather feel happy. And if I'm in a down mood, I'll oftentimes listen to a happy, perky song just to make me feel better. So I hope you have strategies for doing that as well. So you've now seen the development of free will from a William James perspective. So that finishes our discussion of William James and his contributions to functional psychology. Naturally, we could spend hours and hours talking about his contributions and the findings that he made and how they later affected the development of American psychology. We can't. It's just a one-semester course. But I hope you see the importance of James as a seminal figure in the history of psychology. This has been a We Have Couches video production. Copyright 2020, Professor Michael Botwin. All rights reserved. Take care now. Bye.